It was a quiet morning, just me, my coffee, and my dog. Everything felt normal, peaceful. I had no idea that in a few minutes, my entire day was about to flip upside down. Out of nowhere, 3 red SUVs pulled up right in front of my house. Not regular cars, official-looking vehicles. And that's when I saw the markings. HOA enforcement. I actually laughed for a second, because there was no way they were here for me. I wasn't even part of their HOA. But then they stepped out, serious faces, no smiles. And right behind them was her, the HOA president. The one everyone in the neighborhood talks about. She didn't greet me, didn't introduce herself. She just pointed straight at my house like I'd done something wrong. Then she started listing violations. My lawn, my porch, even my dog. Things that made absolutely no sense. At that point, I honestly thought it had to be a misunderstanding. So I told her calmly, I'm not in your HOA. Simple, clear, end of story. But that's when everything escalated. Her face changed instantly, like I had just challenged her authority. And she didn't like that one bit. She started raising her voice, repeating the same claims, like saying it louder would somehow make it true. It didn't. Soon enough, neighbors started watching, peeking from windows, standing on sidewalks, phones coming out. Everyone could feel something was off. That's when one of the officers finally stepped forward. He didn't care about the drama. He just wanted facts. So I gave him exactly that. Calmly, clearly, I explained everything. No anger, no shouting, just the truth. But she kept interrupting, cutting me off every chance she got, trying to control the situation. Even the officer started getting annoyed. You could see it on his face. Things weren't adding up anymore. So I pulled out my phone, opened up the property map, zoomed in on the boundaries, and showed him exactly where my land started and where theirs ended. He leaned in, studied it carefully, and right then, I saw his expression change. For the first time, she went quiet. He turned to her and started asking questions. Not me, her. And suddenly, she didn't have clear answers anymore. She got defensive, started switching her story, trying to hold on to control. But it was slipping. I stayed calm, didn't need to say much anymore. The truth was doing all the work. Then everything went silent. No one spoke. Neighbors stopped whispering. Even the air felt heavy. That's when the officer spoke again. His tone was different this time. More serious, more direct. And whatever he said, it hit her hard. Her face dropped. The confidence gone. Replaced with shock. Then panic. She started talking faster. Trying to explain. Try to fix what was already broken. But it was too late. The officer calmly explained the situation. The actual law. The real boundaries. And now she sounded unsure. Like she already knew she lost. That's when I made one more move. I pulled out my phone again and made a call. Not a random call. A very important one. Then I just stood there, waiting. A few minutes passed. Felt longer than it should have. No one moved. She couldn't stand still. Looking around, shifting, clearly nervous. Something wasn't right anymore, and she felt it. Then a black car pulled up. Clean, quiet, official. And that's when I smiled, because I knew exactly what was coming next. A man stepped out, walked straight toward me, and handed me a set of documents. Signed, official, final. I opened them, but I already knew what they said. These papers proved everything. Ownership, control, authority. She grabbed them, read them quickly, and just froze, like her brain couldn't process it. The officer looked at the papers, then nodded, confirmed it, right there, in front of everyone. I now own the land. All of it, including hers. And just like that, everything changed. She stepped back, completely defeated. No arguments left. No power left. The officers stepped away from her. Not me. Her. That told everyone everything they needed to know. The neighbors? Shocked. No one expected this ending. No one. As for me, I just turned around, called my dog, and walked back toward my house. Calm, quiet, done. Because for me, it was over. A few minutes later, Everything was peaceful again, like nothing had happened. But one thing was certain, she would never forget this day. The day she picked the wrong house and lost everything. If you enjoyed this story, hit like and subscribe for more. And tell me where you're watching from.